Farmer Sim,
And I'm Mrs. Sim Gamer.
and welcome back, everybody, to Purbeck 22, back on the farm. Hello, mate. How you doing?
Very good. Right in it today, aren't we?
Just kind of hiding the crop there.
Yeah, hiding from you.
Yeah. So, yes, we are back. This is pretty much for us. It's a matter of minutes. For you, it's been a week, obviously, but yes, we are back in pretty much to the end of the last episode. I finished off the harvesting of the canola. You finished off the baling of the oats field over there. Um, and we are now here in our field of wheat, and we've got our field of barley up there, just in the distance on the hill. That's going to be today's episode, today's jobs. We've got that to harvest, and what we've got behind us, we've got that's the leftover bales from the oat field. So we're going to top that up with the straw we get from here, aren't we?
We are, and we have 17 bales in storage up here as well. So we did pretty good for straw off of that field.
We did, mate. Yeah, we sold a trailer load, we stored a bale as a trailer load, and this is what's left, and then we'll. I think we're going to essentially keep hold of two trailer loads worth of straw bales, and then flog the rest. I think and go
Flog the
from there.
rest. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
And how much canola did you get, Farmer Sim?
I think we had 21,000 litres. That's what I put into the production system. I'm going to bring the production system menu up here. Yep, 20. We're now down to 20,985. We have activated canola oil, so that's on its way, making us some
Fantastic.
more money. That's going to be awesome.
That's great work.
Yeah,
And of course,
it
these
really
two are
is.
going to be turned into flour.
Yes, that's right. We're going to harvest this. Everything is going into the production system, turn everything that we can into flour so that we can make bread and make an enormous pile of money. So,
Absolutely. And while I'm here, actually, I'm going to change the setting now that we are making oat flour. I'm going
yep.
to switch the flour to distributing
Okay.
and turn the bread production on. So now what's going to happen is instead of that, the flour spawning and us putting it back in, this will
Yep.
automatically distribute straight back into the production and make bread.
Ah, right. Okay, I see. See, I'm an absolute noob at these production systems, even though I've been playing the game since the day it was released. Um, that's interesting, right? I never really understood fully what the distributed and selling and storing thing did.
Yeah.
Right, brilliant. Okay, that's
So we
excellent.
are we are
All
well underway. The only thing that was going to concern me is, as part of the game, we got given the carpentry in the cereal factory. You probably remember,
right.
if you've been watching this series since day dot, you'll remember that was what came with us as new farmer. But thankfully, the cereal factory doesn't take flour, so we don't have any conflicts of the flour being spread across different production chains. Because technically,
Ah,
you
right.
can distribute out of the production chain as well. It doesn't have to stay in that one. So it's quite a handy little trick.
Okay. Yeah, that is very handy. Your knowledge is extremely valuable there, mate. So nice one. Yeah. Um, excellent. So all we're going to see on the ground in front of our production system is canola oil and bread. Is that right?
Exactly. You're not actually going to see any of the flour. It's going to go straight back in.
Brilliant. That's what we want. And
Yeah.
bread's quite valuable, isn't it? So we're going to make some money.
Money, money,
Lovely
money,
to me, mate.
money. So
Absolutely.
while you're busy here, I'm going to shoot and get that grass cut and baled,
Right. Yep. Okay.
so we can flip that farmland today.
Of course, yes, we can sell the dreaded horse pasture, get rid of that thing, and unfortunately the two areas of land around it that come with it. Yes, good idea.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
right.
that's my job.
Okay,
So I'm gonna leave you here with our
okay, mate.
lovely
Yep.
viewers, and I'm gonna take Big Green with me and get mowing.
Okay, mate. Yep. I'm going to crack on here and get this wheat harvested.
Can
So
I
move
squeeze
out of your
past you?
way here.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. There you go.
Such a
Lawn clip and
gentleman.
all that. Right. Let's rock and roll with this beast. There we go.
So that's the wheat you're doing first, isn't it?
Yep, this is the wheat. So I shall take each trailer load of this, obviously, to the production system, and that's going to be creating flour, isn't it? And then the flour will be distributed back into the system itself to make bread. That's how it's going to work,
That's
isn't it?
correct. Yeah.
Lovely stuff. Yeah,
I'm
that's
very
that's
excited
lovely.
to get that underway.
Yes, very much so. Just jumped out the harvest to just check the yield on the field, and we're at 99% in this particular area, so that'll do. That'll do.
I think the yield. Oh, crash counter. I think the yield is slightly higher at the top of the field on
Oh, is
that
it?
particular field. Let me just have a look in precision farming. I have a feeling
Yeah, I'm doing the same actually. Yeah, it's the sandy
low.
loam and the loam.
Yeah. So the loamy sand is at the top. So when you get into the top section, jump out and have a look what the difference is. I can't remember if it's
Yeah, well,
is loamy sand better than sandy loam?
I'm no, it's worse. I'm right at the top of the field now, and the expected yield is saying 79, whereas down at the bottom of the field it was 99. So it's we did all that we could. We did all the field prep. We did the liming and
Yeah,
all that stuff. So it's we can't do anything about the ground, unfortunately, can we? It's just the type of soil we drilled into. So it is what it is.
yeah. That's not. It's so it goes loam, sandy loam, loamy sand, then silty clay, as in
Yeah,
effectiveness.
yeah, I think so. That's right. Yeah, yeah. Hey ho,
Well, that
we'll be
makes.
right though.
Oh gosh, yeah, very good. Let's get the
Yes,
blades out and get mowing.
indeed. That shouldn't take too long either, should it? That one. The mowers
No,
run quite fast, don't they?
they really do. Should I just do some silage out of this so we can sell it?
Uh, yeah, you may as well, I suppose.
Although we're going
Do we
to
want
be
to?
getting cows, aren't we? So we might save some. We actually have 17 odd bales in storage now of
Of
silage.
hay, of silage.
We
Oh, we
do.
have, haven't we?
Yeah.
Oh goodness, yeah, I forgot about those. Yeah, we have.
Probably
I
best we don't sell
suppose,
those.
yeah, we can keep hold of those, and I guess we could sell what you create out of that field, couldn't we?
Absolutely, we could.
Um, yeah, we'll have enough. We're not going to be buying hundreds and hundreds of cows, are we? The silage that we've got stocked away in that shed back at the pig farm, that'll be enough to see them through for the first few feeds
It will.
when if and when we eventually get them. And by the time we get to that point, we'll have had another grass field ready to harvest, no doubt by then. So I'm sure. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah, so yeah, you may as well turn all that to silage and wait for it to ferment and get it sold. Eh?
Sounds great to me. Sounds great to
It does.
me.
It certainly does. And by that time, we'll no doubt have had a few pallets of canola oil to sell as well, which is worth a pretty penny, isn't it?
It is. It absolutely is. Can't wait. And
Oh no, what's happened here?
what's wrong?
I've just realised that my why isn't the straw swap hasn't been enabled? I've just lost a headland's worth of straw. Give me boss.
Oh,
Dear
don't you
me.
worry. Happens to
Although
the best of us.
I didn't deactivate it from the last time. I just assumed it would have carried on. Wonder
So
why that happened.
I does it? It doesn't automatically deactivate when you use it on canola, does it? It must do.
Oh, do you know what? That's what it was. Yeah, of course, because I did the canola in between. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is. Well done. Yeah, that's what it was. Anyway, we're back on there now. Swathing.
Get your swath on.
Got my swath on, mate. Absolutely. So I was going to say, how are you? How have you been this week? But it's literally the same day, isn't it, since last episode, isn't it? It's
It is exactly the same day.
yeah.
Um,
Been sat here for a whole week creating content.
Oh no, I'm really enjoying just getting ahead of ourselves and doing a couple back to back, and takes the pressure
Yeah,
off, doesn't it?
it certainly
Oops.
does. Yeah, it's a good point. We always work week by week, don't we? We record an episode that gets released that week, but doing it this way, we're a week ahead of ourselves already. You know,
We
edit
are.
time roughly.
We are. Although I'm gonna miss
Can
playing
only be a good
when
thing.
I'm away. It's
I know. Yeah.
why is
Oh
this not
gosh,
lifting? So I'm having issues with the. I'm gonna have to put the help menu on.
what's not lifting?
The the mower. There we go. Sorry, I was having. I for some reason I thought I had the mower selected, but it was completely user error.
Ah, all
Just
sorted now.
being absolute daft, 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 daft. So,
There we go. We've got
so,
our
so, so. You're still working on your wonderful Court Farm series, aren't you?
Yeah, I really am. Yeah, it's been quite a popular thing. That as obviously I know the map itself was a lot of people have been waiting for that for a very long time, and it's obviously rightfully so. These kind of things take a long time to make, and Obsidian David has done an incredible job with that map. I said it actually in the episode that I was recording yesterday. It's one of those maps that you just feel like that you can play forever. It
Wow.
really is. It's that, and I suppose we all experienced it with Carmenton, didn't we, when that first came out? The immersiveness and the realism of it, especially for us UK-based people, with how real it felt, and because it was based on a real place, wasn't it? As is Court Farms. Um, but yeah, it's got such a huge level of immersion to it that yeah, you can. I just feel like you could play it forever and ever and ever. It's brilliant. Um, but yes, I've been very busy with it, very busy indeed. I've finally managed to get ahead of myself with that series as well. I've been recording. I think I'm now 2 or 3 releases ahead of myself now, which is quite wonderful. That's not a position I've ever been in so far in my relatively young YouTube career.
Well, I think when you get in the flow, and especially as you're probably enjoying it so much, you're really motivated to sit there and do it. It's
Yes,
the
very much so. Yeah,
the post production for you, because your videos have a very high um, post production level. You do a
they
lot
do
to
take a
your
while to
videos,
make.
don't you?
I do. Yeah, it's quite a laborious process. Again, I love doing it. I've always had a creative spark in me. Ever since I was young, I've always enjoyed being a creative and a bit arty farty, shall we say. And learning this video production thing and learning how to do cinematics. I love making cinematics. I could do that all day long. Literally, I could make cinematics all day long.
Love that.
It's just a part of the creative process that I absolutely love, which is why there's always at least one arty farty cinematic thing in every one of my videos. I don't think I've done a video that doesn't have one in. So I do hope you wonderful viewers don't get bored of that aspect of especially my videos anyway. Um,
No,
yeah,
I love it.
it's no, thanks, mate. I appreciate that. I very much do. It's yeah, I do enjoy, but I love making them, but it takes ages to do it. And again, it's only because of the likes of Courseplay and Auto Drive that I can you can set vehicles off doing their thing, and then essentially hover around them, filming the process as it happens from arty farty angles, and you know making
And
it
it
look
just
like
makes
it's
it look so cool.
yeah, it is cool. It's been a long learning process, I must admit, and it's very it's very computer heavy as well. It asks a lot of my computer when I do all these kind of things. But yeah, it's good fun. I love it very much so. I'm very glad that I found this whole YouTube channel thing and that I've started doing it because it's I wanted to start doing this ages ago. Um, Funnily enough, it's how I justified to myself and to Mrs. Farmer Sim why I was buying the computer. It's like I'm gonna spend thousands of pounds on a computer because I want to start doing YouTube videos, and I didn't do anything about it for ages. I spent the thousands of pounds on the computer and just played games. I didn't actually do anything with it, and it was only recently that I thought it was finding the love for this game. That's one of the things that spurred me on to do it. Um, yeah, and then finding all you wonderful people, and the farm sim community itself. When I started getting into this game, it was like, wow, this is a really cool community to be part of. Everyone's so friendly, um, and the current the creators who were out there at the time just gave me the the motivation to consider doing it myself. So I'm very very grateful for that.
I think it's amazing, really, because I'd never really. I've always thought I would love a career in gaming because I've loved gaming from a very young age, but I actually
Yeah,
never considered being a YouTube creator ever
no, yeah,
until I started playing this game and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't a clue. How am I going to learn this game? I know I want to learn it, but how?
yeah,
So I turned to YouTube and I would spend hours upon hours just watching people play the game. And
yeah.
then as I got more and more confident, I was like, I wonder if I could do this. And
And you can.
that was that was my sort of reason. It's never even occurred to me before, oddly. Um, but
And
as I say,
who were your first content creators for Farm Sim that you started watching, and who kind of gave you the motivation to get into this?
Mr. Sealy P.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, Mr. CP mainly because he plays PlayStation as well.
He
So
does. Yeah.
when it come to learning how to play the game,
Yeah.
it was easier to watch how he played.
Yeah.
Um, and then once I was comfortable with how to play the game, I then wanted to explore further. And of course, everybody goes to Daggerwin. Everybody's watched Daggerwin at some point of their lives, I'm
They have.
sure.
Yes. Yeah.
Um,
I'm sure.
and as much as I enjoyed watching his videos, I really felt like I needed a little bit more. So that's when I found FSG and Argsy playing together and live
Yeah.
streaming and felt more part of the community. But that wasn't until
Absolutely.
about 6+ months into me playing the game where I thought, right,
Really.
I want a little bit more now.
Yeah.
And of course, that's where I met you.
Indeed. That's right. We said hello to each other for the first time on one of FSG's streams, didn't we?
We did. We did. And
And it all went from there.
yeah, it's just been a bit of a weird roller coaster. Just
It has.
love every minute
So
of
have
it.
I. Likewise, mate. Likewise. It's just such a great game, isn't it? That's the bottom line. It's not like we're running around shooting each other in the face on like Call of Duty or anything like that. A stressful, fast-paced game. It's farming.
It's
Here I
farming.
am at 6 miles an hour. I spent a lot of my early days in gaming. I was on, well, say early days,
Gran
the first
Turismo.
few years. Gran Turismo, yeah, that's on my PlayStation 3. Um,
Wow.
I that was probably knocking on the door of about 3 years of my life where I solidly played Gran Turismo. I had the
Yeah.
steering wheel set up in my bedroom. I even had, this is how ridiculous I was. I was quite good at it without blowing my own trumpet. I even had driving shoes and driving gloves.
Did you?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
classic.
And that's because I mean, I was so serious with it that I platinum. Anyone who knows who has had any time spent on Gran Turismo 5, I platinumed it, which meant I'd done all the 24-hour races.
Wow.
I'd done there was a challenge called the Sebastian Vettel challenges where you had to drive this futuristic make-believe car called the Red Bull X1, I think it was called, and it was a super fast, ridiculous car, and you had to get these lap times around a few circuits that were, at one point, they just felt impossible to do, but through grit and determination and a
You
set
did
of
it.
driving gloves, I was able to do it. Um, yeah, it was incredible. It was just like committed gaming, but it's really fast paced, and it can be very stressful when you're trying to beat a lap time and get a really fast time. Um, you're quite a you're quite tense when you're playing it. Whereas
Yeah.
this is just you're just sitting here chatting to me mate at 6 miles an hour in a harvester chopping wheat. I mean, what could be more perfect?
Yeah,
It's
they're
awesome.
very, very different games, but
Yeah,
games are. Well, they bring so many different possibilities, don't they?
they do. They do. They really do. And it's awesome.
It really is.
And also this whole YouTube thing has also brought us both, especially into communication with all you wonderful people, all you guys who go out of your way to leave us comments and say hello, you know, and comment on our videos and like us and subscribe to us. It's gaming on a different level. It really is.
Yeah, it feels like sometimes I feel like I know the community here. It just sometimes when you have comments and there's a real big community.
Yeah, there's a sense,
Um,
even though you've never met a lot of people, there's a sense of support and friendship, and it's just a yeah, it's another aspect of it that until you're here doing it and getting there and receiving wonderful support and comments from you wonderful people, it's it's difficult to explain, isn't it?
it
It's
really
just
is.
great. That's what it is. It's just brilliant.
Yeah. And of course, it has its flip sides. It has its sides. There are the nasty ones that, like, for example, Lancy Boy no longer creating
I
anymore.
know. Do you know what that really annoyed me? That did. We're about a week away, a week in front of what's just happened in the community with Lancy Boy. He's decided to call it a day just because of the toxicity of the comments that he was receiving over his. I think it was American
American
Falls, wasn't
Falls.
it?
Mm.
And it just doesn't compute in my mind how some people can operate that way. These modders, who, by the way, modders make this game. This game, don't get me wrong, Giant Software and all the people involved with that making the base game, it's incredible. It really is, because without the base game, there'd be no modders. I get that, but the the game is made by the modders. The stuff
Yep,
that they add into it, I can wax lyrical about this for hours, but yeah, the bottom line is modders make this game.
they
So
do.
a modder spends hours, days, weeks, months, in fact, and in the case of someone like Oxy's and David, I'm sure he's been working on Court Farms for about a year, if not more. So you put that amount of time into something. It doesn't matter what it is. You put that amount of time into something, that amount of passion and creativity and whatever, and then to release it, and then just to get a load of hate and a load of horrible, nasty comments about something to do with that particular wonder that you've created, that must be soul destroying. And
I have absolutely no words for it. I've,
no,
as I think I
I've got well,
commented. Oh yeah, I've
go on.
got a very select amount which would require a lot of beeping.
Yeah, I was going to
Um,
say I've got words for it. Trust me, but don't want to say them here.
yeah, I'm, and thankfully it is the minority rather than majority. But
Yes,
I
very much so.
think when you work as hard as someone like Lancey Boy, like Oxtra and David, like 4D modding, The
Yeah,
list is very long,
it is.
where it is out of love and passion rather than payment.
Yeah, that's it.
I think people, there's donations, and I think that's how they earn their money, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, that's
Um,
how they earn. That's how I believe that's how they earn some money.
yeah,
Um,
but these people have day
and
jobs and families and life, and yet they're
yeah,
still donating their time and passion, and expertise.
yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I couldn't make a mod. I've
No,
seen the I think it's a lot of people use a program called Blender. I think I might be wrong with that. I don't know, but I've seen a mod in progress, like images of,
yeah,
and it's like it's just gobsmacking. It's like wow,
it's
really?
art.
And you do all yeah, it is. It really is. It's digital art, and these guys do all this for very little money, if not nothing.
Yeah,
I believe that on the mod hub especially that you can earn something from your mods when when you start hitting the big numbers. But the bottom line is most of the time these modders will do this uh, for no money. Like you say, if people are in the position to
yeah,
be able to afford to donate to them, then great. That's how it keeps going. But generally, as a rule, it's done for free, and they're presented to us for free, and we
yeah.
can just go on the internet, click a couple of buttons. It'll
We don't
take
pay anything.
10 seconds to download it, and the what isn't appreciated is it's taken you 10 seconds to download and find it, but it's taken 9 months for that modder to make that particular
Yeah,
slurry tanker or map or tractor or harvester, whatever it might be.
yeah.
Um, yeah,
So
it's we're very
I
very fortunate.
we are very, very fortunate, and again, we're extremely fortunate. The people which are watching or listening to this right now, they
Yeah,
are of the same mindset. They're of the same.
you're all lovely.
Yeah, you're all lovely. So whenever we see a modder getting attacked by somebody's stupidity or naivety, let's remind them to be respectful or take their opinions elsewhere. That's
Yeah,
my two
that's right.
pennies.
No, you couldn't have said it better, mate. That's exactly what it is. I think the world is full of keyboard warriors, isn't it? That they're happy to just say whatever they want because they're behind the relative
Yeah.
safety of anonymity sometimes, and behind a keyboard. But there's just nothing worse, like I say, especially when so much time, passion, creativity, and I guess in some cases money when you've had to repair your computer in
Yeah.
order to carry on making a mod. That's money that or that's money that's been put into the cost of making a mod, and computers are expensive. So yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
for most of us, also, this is a safe space. This is a
yeah,
space where we escape to. This is a space where we come to be with people that we like, um, and share a common love of something. And
absolutely,
when that safe space is tarnished by a tiny, tiny, even just one person, it just spreads
yeah,
negativity, and it's just not needed. So yeah,
absolutely, mate. It really isn't. It really isn't.
we have no time for it, and honestly, I know there are people that are watching this who really value content creators and modders because it has provided them a place where they can just go and watch and listen and feel part of a community. So
Yep,
let's make sure that it continues to be that for people.
absolutely, mate. Absolutely.
Anyway,
So
that was
I'm.
on our soapbox for a little bit there. Sorry about that, guys.
It, it's all right. Yeah, you've got to have a soapbox nearby now and again, haven't you? But it's like we say, it's been something that's just happened recently, isn't it? It's kind of fresh in our minds, isn't it? Especially when it comes to Lancey Boy. That was
It's a
quite a
blow.
rubbish bit of news we learned there. Yeah, a blow definitely because I've got I'd like to think that I've got all of his mods. His shed packs are incredible.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I do still have American Falls, um, so that's awesome.
I
Um,
don't. I don't. It didn't come. I don't think it comes to console. or if it did, I didn't see it or didn't come online. Someone would be able to answer that for me.
I think. Oh, hang on. Is that full? Oh, the trailer's full. Whoops. Sorry. Yeah. um, yeah, I think the console version was on its way
Mm,
before he
it,
decided to pack it in.
yeah. Well, it's always harder to do the console ones anyway. I
It
admire
is,
any
yeah.
map maker taking on that task, regardless.
Yes, very much so, very much so.
You are all you are all incredible. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
What are you up to anyway? Where are you?
I'm just sitting here having a drink. What are you doing?
Oh,
I'm
you're
joking.
bailing.
I'm bailing.
I thought you were serious, and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just on my way. I've just finished harvesting the wheat. I'm just on my way over there now with a trailer load and
That's amazing.
a
How far
little bit
through the
left.
field are you to already have a trailer load?
Oh, it's done. The field's done.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Wow. God, you're smashing it.
fully harvested. We've got this trailer load, and there's a little bit left in the combine, or there's quite a bit left actually, in the combine, and so I'm just going to tip this wheat in here. Do I need to do I need to activate this now? I
You
do, don't
do,
I?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wheat
So I
flour.
will activate wheat flour. Dun, 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 dun.
Sorry, everybody, just taking a drink.
It's all right. Swig away. Wheat
Swig
flour. There
away.
we are. Right. Activate that. So yeah, activate. And we've got the. In fact, while I'm here, have we got anything worth looking at? No, we haven't got anything that's been produced yet.
Yeah, we've got it on real
Um,
time, so that's no
yeah, that's
reflection
why,
on
isn't
the
it?
production chain. It's just us buying
Yeah,
ourselves time.
indeed, indeed. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna trundle back over and get the last of the wheat, and then I shall get into the barley field and get that done.
Lovely.
We're now knocking on the door of about 32 minutes on this particular snip of video, love. So
Should we
shall
bring
we?
everybody back in once we are ready, maybe to flip this field?
Absolutely, mate. I think that would be a very good call. Hello, I'm just coming up
Hello.
alongside you there. How do? Yeah. So we shall say goodbye briefly, temporarily, and bring you all back in a wee while when we've made a little bit more progress. So catch you all shortly.
Catch you soon.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you're all okay. How are you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, I've been a busy bee like you.
We have,
Guess
yeah.
what, guys?
Busy.
We've Farmer Sims finished off the wheat and the barley, and
Yep.
I am just being Mrs. Baler today.
Mrs. Sin Baler.
Mrs. Sim Baler. I like that. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Cha-
Works. Okay.
trademark. Trademark.
So yeah, we've been busy. We've got our fields harvested. The barley and the wheat is safely in our production system, which reminds me, actually, I need to go into the production system and turn on barley flour as well. So we've got 19,577 litres of barley, so not a huge amount, but we're going to turn it into flour nonetheless,
We
and
are
all of that
indeed.
will be turned into bread for our
Woohoo!
baking venture. Yeah.
Well, we are enjoying the extra straw as well, aren't we? We've got quite a lot in the field over to our left. To our left.
Yep.
Um, shall we finish off baling later? Let's get this. Get one trailer load full. So we need to pick up the bales in the other field, don't we?
Yes, I will go. I will fill this trailer up here. I will go and I'll treat this trailer as the one we're going to keep hold of, and I will place these next to our other straw bales, and then
Perfect.
I will go and then I will go and pick up the. Is that me full? Yeah, that's me full. Right. I will then go and pick up the silage bales that are in the field of grass that you mowed not long ago. Oh goodness me! Now the fence slowing down. Come on.
Oh yeah,
Can't
the
get a
fence.
whole trailer load of
Yeah,
it's struggling a bit.
it doesn't like it at all.
I know it's going to have somewhat of a worn gearbox. This thing is. Um, yes, I get the silage bales picked up, and then we can sell the land, can't we? And have a look at something pastures new, quite literally.
We absolutely will. I'm very excited about it. I wonder whether
I
we'll have
can't
enough
wait.
money to do it straight away. I'm hoping so.
Yes, well, we will see, won't we? I'm
Yeah,
trying to see where I'm going here. I'm trying to reverse this. This is the shed that we've put the bales in, the straw bales over here. This is the shed that we haven't actually done anything with as of yet. Over here at our original farm. So that's about right there. That'll do. Unload bales. Yep, yep, yep. Oh, that'll do. It's as good a place as any. Unload bales there. Right, we've got a relatively uh, unneat stack of bales there in that
that's
shed,
fine.
but that'll do. That'll do just fine. I shall now thread my way out of here. There we go.
Two
And
lots of
go.
17. That'll keep us well
Absolutely.
stocked for a while.
That it will, and we will sell everything else straw bale wise, won't we? Just make a
Yes.
few more pounds. Right.
A few more
On my way
squid.
to the grass field. Yeah, a few more squid. Could all do with a few more squid, couldn't we?
Oh yes, absolutely. We haven't had a
Right,
shopping
that's it.
spree in ages either. We've been so reserved.
We have, you know. You mean for tractors and machinery?
Tractors and machinery. I suppose
Um,
we haven't had the money, so
well, we
it
haven't. I suppose every day should be new tractor day, shouldn't it? Really, but
should.
um,
We haven't had that opportunity though, have
unfortunately,
we?
no, we haven't. Damn shame, if you ask me. Oh, am I going to get all these in one go?
Annoyingly, I think
Oh
there's
dear.
18 there.
Oh, joking. Right, okay. No, you're right. There is. Annoyingly, there's 18. Right, okay. Transporting position. There we go. Right, I'll go and take these round to the pig farm and set them down to ferment away for a while. Um, and I'll pick up the random one, and then we can sell, can't we? Get a
We
bit of money back.
absolutely can.
Yeah. How much was this? We did check before. It was about 100 and some 160,000,
It's
wasn't
124.
it? This 124 plus the 61 that we've got, so
Yeah.
185. Okay.
Thankfully, the land doesn't lose value on Farming Simulator, so
Doesn't
we
indeed.
haven't lost, and we have gained because we've managed to get 2 cuts off of that land of the grass, and we
Yeah,
managed to get the oats off of it. So
absolutely. Absolutely. Right. Wing this round here. Um, Now I'm going to put the. Oh, you would have done that, wouldn't you?
what do
Yeah,
you do?
the place I thought I wanted to. I'm going to have to play a bit of musical trailers here a second. Our water tanker that we bought earlier on, the little white thing, I parked right in the. There's a little section
Oh,
next
I
to
know.
right next to the pig where
Next
the
to the
pigs are.
pigs.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to put the current load of silage bales, just so we can keep them separated, so we know which one's which for now.
That's a great
Um,
idea.
so musical trailers it is. I'm just going to pop the water tanker in here for now, neatly to the side. It's not too big, doesn't take up much space, so that'll do there. Um,
That only cost
right,
us, was it 3,000, that water tanker?
£3,000, mate. Yeah,
It's a fantastic
cheap
little
and
buy.
cheerful. Yeah, cheap and cheerful, just how I like it. So right, let's get these bales loaded in here, and then I will be back with you, my friend, picking up those straw bales, and we'll get. It was about 5 grand a time, wasn't it, for a trailer load of straw?
5 grand a time.
Yeah. Where did you take them to?
The usual bale store, bale, blah,
Oh, right, yeah.
hay and
That's
straw
it.
bale sale. I can't say that.
Hay and straw bale sales.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know where you are. Yeah.
Next to the biogas plant. That's what I should have just said.
Yeah. That one there.
That one there.
Reset. Reset.
Just past my 50 bales mark.
You've done 50 bales today.
50 bales.
You really are Mrs. Sim Baler, aren't you?
Mrs. Simbaler. That might have to be the thumbnail.
Mrs. Sim. That's not a bad idea. And the name of the episode, Mrs. Sim Baler.
Yes. I think we have to do that.
I think we do. Oh, and I've just gone full cannonball run there, and I've just gone straight across that crossroads without looking and without stopping.
Did you get away with it?
I got away with it. I did, because you didn't hear a yelp from my end going, oh god, just been bashed into a field by a passing car. No,
Yeah, you
here
normally
we
get a
are.
squeal from me, don't you?
And normally, if I'm recording, it's a polite word, but if I'm not recording, it's normally some form of expletive, isn't it?
It
From
is.
me.
Beep.
Yeah. A rather prolonged beep.
Oh, there you are. Didn't even know the fan
Here
could
I
go
am.
that fast.
Right. Can with me behind the wheel, mate. Left foot here.
Look at you. It looks so funny from this angle.
I was still fully fully foot planted from my journey across the crossroads. I just came walloping through the farm,
I love it.
full whack, full Smokey and the Bandit. Right, there you go. There's another one. Me and the boss here were just having a conversation about cartoons from our childhood, weren't we?
We were,
And
we were.
I'm a few years your senior, unfortunately, only a few.
Only if you,
Um,
we're both 80s babies, but different sides of the 80s.
yes, yeah, I'm firmly at the beginning and you're firmly at the end, but there's a handful of cartoons that I mentioned that you were like, no,
What?
what's that?
What's
And
that?
I'm like, really? Danger Mouse? Mrs. Simgamer doesn't know Danger Mouse and she doesn't know Count Duckula.
I really
And
don't. I'm sorry.
you will be. um, but that just made me think because I just said I've just went full Smokey and the Bandit. Do you even know what Smokey and the Bandit is?
No.
No. Oh, you've never lived. Smokey and the Bandit is a film with Burt Reynolds. You know Burt Reynolds? You must know
Yeah,
Burt
I know
Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds, but I've never
Right.
watched Smokey and the what? Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit. It's a car chase film from the. I think it was actually in the 70s. I think it was made, but and there's three of them, and he's basically it's the most simple, innocent film type. It's just quite simply a car chase across America. He's being chased by a sheriff, and Burt Reynolds is the bandit, and Smokey is the terminology for the sheriff,
Yeah.
Jackie Gleason, and um, yeah, he's just being chased across America. He's in a black Pontiac Trans Am, one of them black American super like 70s cars. It's got a big golden eagle painted on the bonnet,
Yeah.
um, and he's in a police car, and it's hilarious. It's just simple, innocent awesomeness, filmness. And
Simple,
right this
innocent
trailer
fun.
starts in, yeah, this trailer's jumping in the air as I'm driving along the road.
It's
It's
the speed.
bouncing. No, it's not. I'm not even. It's fully laden. I'm doing 20 miles an hour, and every now and again the back wheels just keep on bouncing up into the air.
That's
Anyway,
weird.
sorry. Smoking the Bandit. Anyway, you need to watch Smoking the Bandit so you know what Smoking the Bandit is.
Just for the
Film
giggles.
films of well, it is funny. It is funny. I find it's films of my childhood. I grew up watching that, and it's the kind of film I'd watch it and then watch it again and then again. But no, mate, you need to watch Smoking the Bandit. You've never lived.
I have a feeling I'm
um,
going to get a text message with a list of programs I need to sit down and watch this weekend.
well, I've already given you a list of recommendations from Apple TV and Amazon, haven't I?
You have, you
Um,
have,
yes,
and I have
you've
been.
already gone through them.
Yeah, I know. That's because they're so good.
Yeah, it's a good watch can't beat a good TV show.
You
Um,
can't.
well, I'm just almost at the straw and bale sell point
Perfect.
to flog this lot. We
I'm
should get
just
another.
giving our sheep some water.
Oh, are you already? Oh,
Yeah,
of course, because
they're
we
low.
we fast forwarded it. Yeah, we fast forwarded a month or so, didn't we? Of course, that makes sense. Um,
Yeah, they're quite low. So I'm just sorting that out right now. And we
okey
should
dokey.
have, hindsight being the most useless thing, um, we should have put some grain for the chickens.
Should have put. Oh, we should have done, shouldn't we?
Mm. So hopefully we buy a field that has some grain in and we can give some to the... Oh, nice.
Yeah, another. That's 5.5, just over 5,500 now.
That is.
That'll do.
That'll do. Okay, there we go. Sheepies all sorted.
Excellent.
Okay,
Give me. I just have
the...
to plug my headphones in. They were just about to go dead.
No
Right,
worries.
where are we? Although to be fair, they have been busy for quite a few hours today.
We do like to keep them busy.
Certainly do. Right, I'm on my way back. I'm gonna come and get another load. So if we get even one more trailer load of bales out of this, including what you sold before, we'll have made just north of £15,000 just from excess straw bales.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It
And
really
no
is
doubt
good.
by the time we finish this episode, we'll have got a pretty decent amount of money back in the account from the sale of the horse stables. And whether we get to buy another plot of land in this episode or not, time will tell, because
Time will
we might not be
tell.
able to afford it. So we might have to potentially a few of our production system things to happen before we can afford to buy anything bigger. But we shall see. We shall
Can
see.
I fit under there? Oh, no.
Um,
I was just going to park my tractor in a different location, but she don't fit in that gap. Okay, there we go.
well,
I
actually,
did it.
saying that, I forgot to pick the last silage bale up. I'll just grab that right now. There we go. Done. Right.
Nice.
We can now sell our lot of sugar. See, that was me. See, actually, how I was able to not swear and say
That was
sugar.
impressive.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, I just crashed.
Caster sugar.
See. um, yeah, I just pulled out of the field and straight into the path of an oncoming car. In real life, the driver would have been thoroughly killed in that one. They'd have gone through the windscreen and impaled themselves on the front of my tractor somehow.
Yeah, that's not smart.
No, not really.
Ooh,
Right,
we have 49 new chickens.
49?
Yeah, a month old.
Oh, they've been busy, haven't they?
Yeah. I'm
Goodness me.
assuming it's
Right.
49 rather than 50 because we've run out of space. Yeah, we've run out of space.
What, for the chickens?
Yeah, so it's
Right,
150
okay.
capacity.
How many did we start with? We didn't start with. We started with
We started with
50.
50, I think.
But yeah, okay. Wow.
Yeah, that's
They
our
really have
max.
been. Right, okay. Um, we can sell the horse pasture now, mate.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, okay. I'm just going to unload this here bale. Drop that there. Yeah, that'll do.
Do you want to do the honours of selling?
Okie dokie. I shall jump into the menu here. Where are we? Dum da dum da dum. And
So
it's sell.
123,043. That's what we are going to make.
There we go. Sell this land for 123,043. Done, mate. There we go. We are
Wow,
no longer the keepers of horses.
that was a short-lived venture.
Yeah, saying there's not a glue factory on the map, isn't it? Sorry, that was rather awful of me to say. I did enjoy keeping the horses while we had them, but they were just becoming too much of a pain, weren't they?
They were, and it wasn't the horse's fault, but
No,
it.
no, it wasn't. It was actually the enclosure they were in and getting stuck. And yeah, we said that before, didn't we? So right.
Yeah,
So anyway, £189,926 is our current bank balance.
it's pretty decent.
It's not bad, is it? It's I mean, what have we got? I'm just going to just have a quick flick. What's that? 237. Three over 200.
We really could do what with one with some grain in,
Yes. Again, good thinking, Batman. So that's
but not
250.
oats
Not oats.
because we
What's
can't
that
feed that
one?
to chickens.
No.
What's
There's
that one worth?
hmm.
Hmm.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's
right.
what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Hang on, right, let's go into there. Farmland. Oh goodness, no, that's 520. That's 304. That's 237. Right. The area of land. I'm also just trying to consider. What's that one? No, how much is that? No, 505. The area of land, farmland plot 15, which is the area directly behind the pig barn, the
Yep.
one that includes that has a currently has a ready to harvest field of canola, and it has a field of barley, and it has a field of, I think that's wheat.
And the cow
All
barn. Oh no, that's the animal dealer, isn't it? There.
that's the animal dealer, and it does have, what's that there? The fisherman. What's the fisherman? That's some kind of,
It's a sell point, isn't it? I'm over here now.
yeah, yeah.
Is that out of our price
So
range, though, buddy? What have you got?
it is.
Have you got an idea?
It just kind of thinking, it's 237 quid. So that's, yes, right now that is out of our price range. But well, I was only just looking at it, I think, because it's the closest plot
Yeah, it is a
to our
good
farm that's
plot.
within our, almost within our price range. And I'm just trying to think if there's any way that we could get to that price range
Quickly.
sooner, quickly. Yeah. Um, because we're now back to 1 month, 1 day month. Sorry. Um, by the time we don't really want to fast forward this month, because that the crop that's in there at the minute that needs to be harvested. Or in fact, what's the window of opportunity for canola? Oh, canola's good for July, August, and September. So does that mean that that crop won't wither then during the harvestable period of that crop? Is that correct?
No, but the current owner might harvest it.
Right. Yeah. That's there is that. Right. Um. Okay.
That's the only. That's the only potential downside I can see.
Yeah.
Um,
So essentially, we need 50 grand, which I say only. We only need 50 grand. But if we had some way of scraping 50 grand together now, we could buy that plot of land.
well, the only way to do it very very quickly would be to borrow it.
Oh, just had to make a red card slam on his brakes. Um, do
So
we
we
really
could.
want to do that though? Do we want to get in debt?
Not really. We're already in debt, aren't we?
Are we? Oh yeah. Yeah,
Fifty-five
let's not do that
thousand.
then. Oh X, so we are. Right, okay, let's not do that. Right, no, let's not do that then. Let's forget that idea.
I'm gonna have a.
Um,
It is a good idea though because the things that we could get off it. The only
it's
other
a good idea to
option.
get.
Oh, apologies.
Go on.
Sorry.
No, no, go on, carry on, please, carry on, carry on.
Well, the only other option is there are some harvesting contracts.
Yeah.
So as long as we don't harvest the ones that we want to buy, for example, where's field 7?
I don't know.
Field 7, field 7, field 7. Yeah, that's right at the top of the map. That
Right.
is available, and anything left over we could feed to our chickens, and we get the money.
Oh, okay. How much is the contract paying?
Mm, not a mad amount. 3,590.
Right, okay.
Then
But
there's
then
a
again, at the same time, do we really want to rush into buying a plot of land immediately? We could. I'm just about to sell 6 more straw bales here, by the way, and then if we, um, because we've got our production system that we've got in place that's working away, we could make a huge amount of money from that in the next couple of months,
yeah,
couldn't we?
yeah,
And then so all I'm thinking is if we be patient and we sit on the money that we've got at the minute and then build it up again with another chunk of money that we'll gain from our production systems, we'll be able to buy outright that plot of land that's directly behind the pig
yeah.
enclosure.
We just lose
And
the window of opportunity to harvest it ourselves. That's the only downside.
yes, no, I appreciate that. That is the only downside, but it will give us 3 fields.
It will. It will.
Um,
It's huge.
yeah,
This is huge real estate here.
it is. Yes,
Huge
it is.
real estate.
I'm just on my way back. I'm gonna come straight back to that to the pig barn. Because also on top of that, I'm just looking at the time of this wee episode as well. This clip. So I reckon by the time if I come, I'll make my way back to you at the pig farm there. Um, have a look at what we could potentially buy in the future, and we might have to call it here for this episode shortly, mate.
Absolutely. But yeah, I think that I think your idea is right. This is even if we just miss out on the canola, we might end up having
Yeah.
enough money by the time this barley and wheat is available to harvest.
Yes, the barley and
So
wheat are still growing, aren't they? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think you might be onto something here.
Mm.
Um, we might be able to do it without getting ourselves into more debt, which would be
Yes.
great.
I think that's where we need to try and do, don't we? We need to try and
Yeah,
buy it with our own money, and then because
I
I'm really excited to see what the productions bring financially. I think that like when we start receiving loads of bread, for example,
it's going to be a
canola,
game changer.
yeah, quite literally, as is the game. Right, I'm here. I'm
Yo,
here. There you are. Continue.
I was just having a poke around in the canola field, and the expected yield is pretty bad anyway.
Oh,
So
is it? Right.
the idea of jumping the gun and is also, I think, irrelevant. I don't think it's worth
Okay.
it.
So we've got potentially then our target is 240,000 quid. We've now got 191.
Yeah,
I mean, we've got, I know we've got silage, but I mean, we've got this silage here that's fermenting. We still don't have any cows yet. If we go and fork out 240 grand on these new three
we won't be
fields,
able to afford it anyway, so we could
we're not
sell
going to be
this
able to
lot.
afford cows. So yeah, so we could sell these silage bales here
Yeah,
and get ourselves a good chunk closer to.
agreed. Absolutely. And we've got enough feed for the sheep in the meantime. And remember, they're going to be producing. We can start moving that wool over and start getting the fabric produced.
Can you hear me?
I can, yeah. Can you hear me?
Oh, sorry. My headphones just went dead, and forgive me. Have I just been saying, "Can you hear me?" So over and over and over again.
I can hear
Apologies,
you.
apologies, viewers. I had a technical glitch there. My headphones decided to turn themselves off instead and just went numb. Anyway, um, right, yeah. So we could potentially sell this silage, couldn't we?
We could. Yeah,
Um,
and I was just
instead of
saying we have enough hay here to keep the sheep going, and we should bring over that wool sooner rather than later to start the fabric production.
yes, yes, that's a good idea. Right. Well, we've still got plenty to do there, haven't we, mate? But I reckon we need to call it here for this episode because I reckon we'll be north of an hour with this one.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
and
Well, thank you so
we can
much,
crack
everybody.
on. Yes, thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed the video and found it a bit of fun, a
And,
bit interesting.
and if you have, hit that like button and remember to visit the description below. You'll find Farmer Sim's link there. Go and subscribe and vice versa. And leave us a
Absolutely.
comment. Let us know how we're doing.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody, and we'll see you in the next one.
See you in the next one. Bye for now.
Bye bye.